What's up, guys? We're back here, Archeworld, and let's talk about one of the ways to actually make money with the blue Archeum. And it has to do with these eggs. These are the lumia eggs, and they cost 500 of the Archeum, the blue Archeum, to actually craft. And it's going to cost 1 shotgun ore as well, 50 labor. You're going to craft a lumina egg, and it's going to harvest in 4 hours. You're looking for not faint ones. You want better than faints. If you get anything better, if you get a grand or above, you're actually going to make some decent BSLT off of this. But you'll see we've gotten 110 of these, and they're all going to be probably faints. We'll see if we get any actual good ones out of this. But if you do, you can see the green ones, so the rank 2 and rank 3 Lumias, are actually selling for right around 70-ish BSLT. And then if you go up further, there's none for sale right now. But the rare eggs that you can get have sold for around 4,000 BSLT. And the reason they sell for that much BSLT is because they have a tier 4 or a tier 5 Lumina inside those eggs. So if you get one of those blue eggs, you're guaranteed to have a tier 4 or a tier 5 Lumina, which is just kind of crazy. I don't know if I would pay 4,000 BSLT for it, so if I do get one of those out of this harvest, I probably will go ahead and sell that. You can see we're going to just continue on here and collecting, again, 110 of these eggs, and this is probably the best use for the blue Archeum currently in the game. They are going to shift and adjust the recipes this coming Wednesday, so when they do the maintenance, the weekly maintenance, we'll adjust a lot of recipes, and blue Archeum will probably be required for many, many more things, and a lot more of it required. We'll have to see. They did say they're going to increase the consumption of blue Archeum and decrease the shotgun consumption. So right now there's a lot of blue and green shotguns that are required for boats, but they are changing that, so we don't know exactly what the numbers are, what the ratios are going to be, and if they touch any of the other resources. But even so, right now the blue Archeum is currently right around 50 BSLT for 5,000, which is a decent price, honestly. So when you look at this blue Archeum and you click down here and you see, so it's at 47. This is essentially, converting Archeum, the Archeum shards. So converting these guys, the incomplete Archeum shards, so 10,000 of these is 16.5. You convert it into red Archeum with the processing machine, and then you convert it once again with the Luminas. Oh, there's a Radiant, so we got a green one. And you convert it with the Luminas into blue Archeum. So 10,000, those 10,000 crystals right there, 16.5 BSLT, will eventually turn into about 50 BSLT of blue Archeum, because 10,000 of those crystals turn into 10,000 red Archeum, and then that 10,000 red Archeum essentially turns into 5,000 blue Archeum. There is a little bit of labor cost associated with that, but other than that, all you're doing is you're using time via your houses to convert that into a bigger and more valuable currency. And right now, labor cost is actually quite low. Labor is under 3 BSLT. Unfortunately, when you do plant all these eggs, you pretty much don't care about these faint ones. The only reason we're kind of actually even picking them up is to get more farming space and clear up that space. But realistically, we don't care about them, and you can't really sell those eggs. They're not really worth anything. So if someone is jumping into the game right now and just starting out and just wants a Lumia, like any Lumia at all, they could simply just buy an egg for, 0.3 BSLT right here. And you can see someone selling 100 eggs right here for 0.33. Like, people will sell an egg very, very cheap. And there's very few people that even still buy these eggs, even at that cheap, cheap price of 0.33 for an egg. One of the things that I'm disappointed with these eggs, though, is they don't actually look any different when you are like just physically seeing them, right? So the Radiant A looks like the same. You can see, you can scroll on with the cursor and you can see what the name of these guys are. So we know these are all faints, these are all bads. But I wish it had a little bit of different visual effect. So you could see like, oh, it looks green or it looks blue, right? But that's just a minor little grievance that I have with these things. So far it's not doing too good. I mean, 110 planted and we've only gotten 1 green so far. But you can see we do have a bunch more to pick up. So we don't know the drop rate on these things, but it is, as you can see, very rare to get anything but a faint lumina. And that's probably why the green ones actually cost so much BSLT. Like 4,000, I think is crazy. But if we get nothing out of this, if we get 1 green, then, you know, maybe you see, well, it's super rare to get those greens. And then it's even harder to get those blues. Like I've only seen about maybe like 5 on the auction house. Yep, so it doesn't look like any of these guys are any good ones. So definitely a very big gamble, right? But there's also nothing wrong with basic luminas. Most of the time, I think you're going to end up using basic luminas Oh, we got a Radiant. All right, so there's a green right there. So far we've got 2 greens. And when you are looking at the luminas and you're looking at the stats, you do want to get very, very close to like 78. If you get 78 on your lumina, then that means you can do the hardest level of level 1 on the missions. And then I think for luck, you want to have around 75 maybe. So it looks like we're going to have a major loss here. Only 2 greens out of 110. This should be the last farming location. Oh, we have 1 more up there. So let me know in the comment section, have you actually gotten any of good luck on these things? Have you gotten a tier 3 or higher Lumina already? You have multiple different ways to try and gamble for these things. You can pick them up off the Blue Salt shop here. You can see 2,000 red Archeum to pick up an egg. The egg can get you a tier 1 to a tier 5 Lumina. I personally have not gotten anything higher than a tier 2 out of those eggs, so my luck has been pretty bad. Oh, there's a Radiant. Looks like we got 3. Maybe there's a visual difference. Maybe it does look a little bit shinier. So out of all that 110, we ended up getting 3 greens and 107 of the faint luminas. Let's go ahead and open these up and see what we get here. So it's going to be either a tier 2 or a tier 3. So all tier 2s. So this was definitely a very big fail. Basically 96 on the sport fishing ability, 91 on luck, 94 and 94 on normal fishing luck. And this one right here, a very weak one, 89 on sports fishing ability, and then 99 on luck. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys later. Good luck, have fun, and let me know how your Lumina hunts go.